First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Play action, Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it with Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Switch up, switch up. He's checking, he's checking.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Pretty move. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, twist, twist.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Cooper's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Right there. 280. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike, 54. Mike, 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Set. 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Red.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 3-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run on 2nd down with McGuire. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
40 got. Stay 50, stay 50.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll run for it with McGuire, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. It was Devontae Downs who made the tackle. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take it. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Omaha, ready, move.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, I-7.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Cook. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, punk.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
I'm coming. Hey, 5-0. Hey, Echo.
From the 29, Stafford being chased, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Everson Griffin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on third down, Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
On first down, here's McGuire. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We ain't giving up nothing to alert. Whip. Watch the whip.
Back to throw, Stafford. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
54.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
A 54-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On 1st and 10, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Fulgham, 78 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
You got tape. You got tape right there.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw is Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Off the play fake, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Will Harris there to make the play. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and it's now 13 to 8. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Going up top. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Travis Fulgham. Incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stanford. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Kenny Golladay. Incomplete. Harrison Smith on the
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You.
The final shot before the break. Stanford. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Raheem Fairbairn set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 15 yards on the play, first down. On first down, Stafford here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
50-50. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Spins away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go. Go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Right, 22.
That's a gain of 3.
He's checking crowd.
3rd and 1.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
McGuire will try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Zero.
4th down.
Monday. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yo. Go. Mike 5-4. I can't believe they let you play.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down. It's Curry. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Reeves-Maybin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On third down, Curry. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled him up. It's 16-8. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam, slam, slam.
Play action. Stafford eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Easy, easy. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Blue 60. 10, 10. Check 3. General West. Check 4. Watch Twitz. Watch Twitz.
Stafford on first down. Caught by Jones. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Stafford. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on second down. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
53. Ready.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play fake. Cousins under a heavy rush and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. From the gun, the running back McGuire. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, this one to McGuire. Screenplay. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 32. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let him know, let him know.
The Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On 1st down, Curry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Curry, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.